Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gamingnight. I'm going to talk about the Oregon Trail, the card game here. I'm going to show you the components and what you get in it, and my thoughts on the game and everything like that, and who might like this game. So, first off, you're going to get a race board here where you can have a little tombstone when you die, and then you write down all the people's names just like you did in the computer game. And then you got a rule book, which is pretty much straightforward. It's going to cover most of your questions. It's written pretty good. I mean, it's you just got to read it all the way through. All the questions are answered in here. It really is not really that difficult to pick up and play it, though. You're going to get the dry erase marker. A six-sided die, which it's got the pixelated look to it. It's really easy to read. And then you're going to get these, since it's a card game, you're going to get different types of cards. You're going to get these trail cards, which this is the river one, and you will have to do what the card says. Some they all have different types of stuff. Some you can die, some you just lose stuff. There's different kinds. A lot of them. Then you got this kind. So they got like different patterns, and the reason for that is when you're playing these, they have to line up. If none of your cards line up, then you have to draw a trail card. So you really have to kind of strategize what you're doing. So you got the town cards, which could be played in any place. So as a spot, but the ones that place spacebar to continue and draw a calamity card, those are the ones you really want to try to avoid playing, because they're the ones that cause misfortunes to your group. And then you got the fort cards, which give you you can collect two supply cards, but the towns cure your diseases and stuff. And then you got the supply cards, you got like the spare parts, and you got all these different, you got medicine, and you're gonna be dealt these randomly. So you got medicine, you got clothes, clean water, more spare parts, 2 pounds of food, oxen, clothes, bullets. So, you know, your basic supplies. And then you have the calamity cards that are here. You know, like starvation. And you have to basically have someone has to play a food card before 2 rounds of play, and you die of starvation. And then you got cholera. This one you have to be cured before another one shows up, or that person that previously has it will die. So you could basically could have 2 people die just by drawing another. Then you got stuff that will affect the whole group, like the broken axles, oxen, drinks the bad water, broken arms, typhoid, and stuff that just instantly kills you no matter what you do. Snake bite, and the most famous one, dysentery, that usually happens. So, and anyways, so the way the game plays is you have to, as a group, it goes 2 to 6 players. You could play it solo, but the game is very difficult to win, because you have to go through 10 sets of 5 paths. So you basically will make a starting path, and once you get 5, that's one set. So you gotta do it a total of 10 times. So it's like you gotta go through 50 cards, and there are, I think, 54 trail cards. So 4 of the trail cards are not going to be used, but a lot of them will have you draw calamity cards. You can get lucky and on the die rolls and avoid drowning. On some of these forging the river, you actually will drown. So the odds of you winning are very slim, just like the computer game. So it really does a really good job of simulating it. Everyone in my group likes it. It's a very humorous game. So as long as you don't mind it being difficult, I would say the difficulty is equivalent to Arkham Horror, because like we're one bad die roll that you make, the game ends. But the only difference is this game's a lot shorter, so it you know, that going through that journey and dying, like on, you can have, you know, have someone die, like, you know, get real bad cards and have everyone die like on their first turn, just by having to draw like those calamity cards and getting the wrong ones. So the odds are really stacked against you, but it's still a fun game, and it is beatable. We played at least 5 times, and I've won barely. I ended up getting typhoid on the last card of the 50 cards, so I was able to, because it says at the end of the round if you don't have one. Well, since I made it to the end, there's no another round, so my character survived. But if I would have got it before I played the last trail card, then I would have lost. So that was really close. And then the first game, I died of dysentery on the 3rd turn. I drew the card, and that was it. And then my fiance on the 6th turn, she drew a dysentery, died. And then my niece, she drew snake bit card, and she died. And that was like, she made it like through 40 of the path cards before meeting her demise. Now you could customize the difficulty, so if you don't want to have like the instant deaths, you can take out some of the instant deaths if you want to make it a little easier or less challenging. But I don't mind the fact you die really, because the game really doesn't take that long to play. It's a pretty quick game. I think maybe the most time it took me was 20 minutes tops, maybe. And that was going through all the cards, all 50 of them. But you know, the games can be really short, and they're easy to pick up and play. And the fact that you're dealt supply cards, you have to work together. Like if you got poisoned, someone else can on their turn play a card if they have the card, or you can trade 2 of your supply cards for 1 card. So you kind of have to work together. Sometimes you might not want to play a card to save somebody. You just want them to die because, you know, you're going to give up the 1 supply card you might need if you get that card. Something happens to you, so you kind of have to weigh your wins, your losing of team members and players. So there is a player elimination. Once you're dead, you're eliminated from the game. You just got to sit and watch. But the game's not really that long anyway, so you're just going to be rooting on your other players or watching them meet their demise. And you have fun with the humor. You can write your own epitaph on the little tombstones. And so yeah, this definitely is a pretty good game. So if you're a big fan of the Oregon Trail video game, you're gonna really like this one. If you like the nostalgic kind of stuff, you'll probably like this one. There's really nothing really inappropriate on the cards. It's just the stuff that was from the Oregon Trail, so there's no inappropriate language or anything. So it's family-friendly language. It's got an age group for 12. I think the only reason for that is the strategies and the text on the cards. But other than that, I think it's family friendly. So once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.